Yep. We talk about J.Cole. This is Flow Decoded, man. YJ back in this thing. And J.Cole, when it comes to this talk, we do this talk, man. What NBA player would J.Cole be? Like, to me, 2025, J.Cole, he's like the Nikola Jokic of this shit, man. Let me explain. Joker gonna give you 25. He gonna give you 10, 12, maybe 22 rebounds. Hit you with a good 8 to 12 assists. It's the balance for me. Cole can do it all. He can come with a smooth harmony on the hook. He can hit you with the bars. He can get amped up. He can get it in his triplets bag. We're going to talk about a specific bag tonight where I feel like J. Cole has, like, in basketball, you talk about court awareness. I feel like J. Cole has a high IQ when it comes to bar awareness. And when we're listening, it's going to be a little bit technical, but I'm pretty sure my words can explain exactly what he's doing on this verse. This the second verse, Sticks and Stones song off of Might Delete Later. I hate the title Might Delete Later. We may talk about that later, but Sticks and Stones verse 2, he did a very specific thing on these bars, and I want to show y'all what he did. So yeah, let's start.
So much drama on the street, feel like the beef is random. Murder galore, turning the Thor, I gotta keep a hammer. Case weather get inclement, shots rain on the innocent. The neighbors still don't know who sent them shits, it's like a secret Santa. Me.
So, right there, he started off, I think he used, at the end of bar 1, it was hammer. At the end of bar 2, it was standard. And then he said, case murder get inclement, hey, talk to the secret shit, secret Santa. And he brought that rhyme back that he started with. A lot of times he will continue to go on the same rhyme at the end of the bar and keep going on that. He'll do that for a whole 16. That's nothing abnormal when you talk about J. Cole. He does that, which a lot of rappers do. I feel like that's dope. But what he does to switch it up on this one, and this goes back to the high IQ, I feel like he does this where he'll make you feel like he's gonna change that rhyme scheme, but then he brings it right back to where he started it. He's gonna go on a tangent of that same rhyme that he started with, and then he's gonna do the exact same thing I just explained, but it's just a little different way, but it's basically the same exact way. Let's listen to it.
I'm out here reaching for a higher frequency. I plan to rest my feet in presidential suites and sleep in beach cabanas. Skeeting on 1,000-count sheets. I'm hitting freaks and tandems. Busting down and throw them in the cab like they from East Atlanta. How I feel to see the flash, bitch, and know that he can land them. Every word I speak on beats is guaranteed to feed the fandom. Weakless wanna walk inside my sneakers, watching from the bleachers. Only time they'll see the roles reverse is if they lease a phantom. Bad investment.
See what I mean? He took a couple bars off, but when he took those bars off, he brought it right back. And when he took those bars off, he chose a whole nother rhyme scheme to implement inside of those bars that he took off. Speak is trying to, they don't know my weakness. And then he came right back to Secret Santa. You know, he didn't say that specifically. It's hard to remember this shit while I'm doing it. So, never mind that. But that almost alludes to the fact that maybe when he's rapping, I don't know this for sure. I haven't done just deep dive into his process. But when you talk about someone who's punching in, this may be a little bit harder to do when you're punching in. And I feel like this would be an advantage of actually writing your bars down. Because if you could rhyme with the same two things on 2 bars, get to 3, and you start a whole nother thing, and then get to 3.5, and you decide, well, hold up, I could tie that in with my first bar, and then right at the last moment possible, drop a rhyme that's on that first bar. That's what I mean about court awareness. I talk about Nikola Jokic and whatnot. It's the court awareness and having the awareness within the writing, the awareness within the lyric, and knowing when to do things to make it just a little bit different. We're going to continue.
But what else you had expected? Mine was broke my whole adolescence. Never had a lesson. Except for pawn shop hustles, the times collections had us stressing. Bitches couldn't tell if I was poor or just bad at dressing. It was a bit of both. When I took it up top, I took an oath. I was gonna hit a lick, break bread with my dogs and split a loaf. And take over the game, make sure that my name's consider GOAT. Now back home.
It be killing me how he do that. He's not the only rapper that I've heard do this. I get the boats, I threw the slit the loaf, to the doors, it's not even an ad lib. It's more like a grunt, like like it's the little shit that's appreciated from people like me, and just that little bit. And next, last thing I wanted to point out on this flow Decoded, hit that like for hip hop, is the beat. Like, these are beats he's making. Of course, you know, there may be some he's making with other people and whatnot, but when you really, like, what are we doing with J.Cole? Like, he's actually making the beats that he's getting on, and this shit is fire. Like, when have we seen it? We see Daz from the Dog Pound made hits, complete hits, and he rapping, spitting fire on them. This is a very rare thing that we're seeing. I do feel like it will be appreciated later more than now, but he is getting his gold Daytonas as of now. People are waking up, and one thing about it, I chose this off of Might Delete Later for a reason, right? Because I do feel like when Cole started, I wasn't a fan of Cole. I wasn't. You like, oh, well, Forest Hill Drive is his best album. What? Can you hear, sir? Can you hear the progression in the pen? I fuck with Cole now. Forest Hill Drive, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool, but it was on some. I heard it before. I heard the cadence before. I heard the flow before. You're not saying to me, just personally, he wasn't just like John Blaze on those shit on that project, how people pump it up. Like, this album I like better than Forest Hill Drive. Hey, I'm sorry. You could, in the comment section, that's your time to shine. And I'm gonna be reasonable. With you, you know, in that notion. I just hope the sentiment is felt when it comes to Bro Pen progressing. Like, yeah, definitely progressed. He's not regressing here, people. He's getting better. So, I really ain't got too much else to say. Salute Cole on this, man. Might Delete Later. Dope project. I do think it does. I hate to go here, but this project, it kind of has, when it comes to Might Delete Later and just the verbiage of Might Delete Later and that being the title of your shit, I don't like that shit at all, man. Stand on your shit. Like, it almost makes it to the point to where if someone gives it a bad critical reaction, you say, oh, well, I called it Might Delete Later. Like, no, don't call it that. You know, you did a diss, quote unquote diss, to Kendrick on here. You reneged on that. It's kind of like a dark shadow, a halo when it comes to the hip hop traditionalists who really analyze this shit. It's like that mixed with the title. Yeah, like, it's almost like he planned to renege on the shit while he was making it. And you notice whenever you listen to it, he wasn't talking about Mother I Sober and your family's. He wasn't talking about K-Dot's family traumas or nothing. Like, he didn't even get that personal. He talking about his catalog and talking about some shit that is just regular shit that ain't gonna stop you from being. Anyway, I digress. YJ Flow Decoded. Salute, man. Hit that, man. Beat that comment section up for me one time, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Am I tripping though? When I talk about Forest Hill and his later works? I'm not just talking about My Delete Later. I'm talking about the past few projects. I just like them better, and I'm not talking about that warm up shit that he put out. That's not that shit he had on a laptop that was in his garage. He just put it out. So, let me know what y'all think, man. YJ, I'm out.